Committee come to order. I understand Senator Gillibrand will be here briefly. She's in the building. These important issues, and I applaud her persistence for focusing on the subcommittee's actions.
Like you, I am also a military sexual assault survivor. But unlike so many brave survivors, I didn't report being sexually assaulted. Like so many women and men, I didn't trust the system at the time. I blamed myself. I was ashamed and confused. I thought I was strong, but felt powerless. The perpetrators abused their position of power in profound ways. And in one case, I was preyed upon and then raped by a superior officer. I stayed silent for many years, but later in my career, as the military grappled with scandals and their wholly inadequate responses, I felt the need to let some people know I too was a survivor. I was horrified at how my attempt to share generally my experiences were handled. I almost separated from the Air Force at 18 years over my despair. Like many victims, I felt the system was raping me all over again.
MPs in Congress, we see commanders doing everything possible to...
But I didn't quit. I decided to stay and continue to serve and fight and lead, to be a voice from within the ranks for women, and then in the House, and now in the Senate. So this is personal for me too, but it's personal from two perspectives: as a commander who led my airmen into combat, and as a survivor of rape and betrayal. I share the disgust of the failures of the military system and many commanders who failed in their responsibilities. But it's for this very reason that we must demand that commanders stay at the center of the solution and live up to the moral and legal responsibilities that come with being a commander.
And members of the subcommittee, thank you for this opportunity.
We must fix those distortions in the culture of our military that permit sexual harm towards women, and yes, some men as well. We must educate, select, and then further educate commanders who want to do the right thing, but who are naive to the realities of sexual assault. We must ensure that all commanders are trained and empowered to take legal action, prosecute fairly, and rid perpetrators from our ranks. And if the commander is the problem or fails in his or her duties, they must be removed and held harshly accountable.
Look forward to your questions.
Thank you.
There are many commanders who would welcome taking this responsibility off their plate. Those are the very commanders we don't want leading our troops. We cannot command change from the outside alone. It must be deployed from within. It must be built and constantly maintained and expertly managed by commanders who are themselves educated, conditioned, and given the tools to ensure what you survived and what I survived happens to no warrior under their command. To that end, I very strongly believe that the commander must not be removed from the decision-making responsibility of preventing, detecting, and prosecuting military sexual assault.
Good afternoon, Senators, and thank you for inviting me here today. I appreciate the opportunity to speak about my
opening comments. I want to thank everyone for being here today.